money has been withdrawn by someone. I was shocked. What is this? Somebody depositing it is fine. But who is withdrawing? Can anybody withdraw money from my account? Hello? It's not possible.
Only the
Can
bank
anyone deposit? Bank can deposit.
bank can only debit.
We have an expert here. Bank can withdraw, that's okay. But nobody else can withdraw money. But can anybody deposit into my account?
Yes, anyone.
Anybody. If you have any doubt, I'll give you my number, you deposit it. So anybody can deposit, but nobody can withdraw from my account. I fought with the manager. I told him, come on, Baba, it's not possible. Nobody can withdraw from my account. Then he asked me, who deposited in the morning, do you know? I really didn't know. I said, I don't know. Then he says, I don't know who withdrew. See, that logic was good. So I couldn't do anything. Next day, the same manager calls me and tells me, sir, today your account is credited with 90,000 bucks. I was very happy. Should I wait till 5 o'clock? I immediately went to the bank, withdrew the entire money and deposited in Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, which was nearby. My dear friends, that way, for the past 6 months it has been happening. Every day my account has been credited with around 80,000 bucks. Every day. How many days in a month?
30 days.
25 days for the bank. I get 80,000 per day. How much I get 25 days in 25 days? It's 20 lakhs. In 6 months, 1 crore and 20 lakhs. My dear friends, this is the money I have been using to pay our advertisements. Because advertisements are very expensive. My dear friends, do you want such a bank? If there is a bank like that, do you want such a bank? Which gives you 80,000 bucks every day. I think you all make a lot of money, so you are not interested. My dear friends, we all have such a bank. And that is, every morning our account is credited with 86,400 seconds. Every morning our account is credited by the God Supreme with 86,400 seconds. If you want to use it, fine, you can use it. If you don't use it, it's all gone waste. You may ask me, you have been talking about rupees, now you are suddenly talking about seconds. My dear friends, I am prepared to give you 100,000. Who will give me your 86,400 seconds? Is there anybody who is ready for this offer? I am prepared to give you 100,000 or 1 lakh rupees. Okay, we'll consider. My dear friends, our time is very valuable, very valuable. We have got to manage time then and there, so that it is very productive to us. Then the question arises, how do we manage time? Right? How do we manage time? Is there anybody who has an idea who would like to contribute to it? How do you manage your time? Do you have any systematic approach to managing time? Anyone who wants to say something?
Planning,
Okay.
scheduling,
Do the important
scheduling,
Scheduling.
Things. Do the
How do
important
you plan?
things.
What do you schedule?
Important things.
Important things.
Complete
Complete your statement, please. Important things.
first.
Okay, good. Important things first. Then make a list to do. List of things to do. Okay. Anybody else? Important and urgent. Good. You are close to my notes also. I should show you. You didn't say that. Good.
you need to prioritize.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
You need to prioritize where you need to allocate the time.
Okay. Okay. You need to prioritize what is more important, what is less important, what brings us more profits, or what brings us better image for the company, right? Something like that. Anybody else like to say? Yeah, here is the standard method. Number 1, make a list of the tasks. List of the things to do. Whatever you have to do, make a list. That's number 1. Number 2, schedule them. Scheduling is nothing but what should be done first, what should be done later. Here, as our friend rightly pointed out, take care of the important first, rather than the urgent. If you do the important work always, you reap the maximum, not the urgent. So there is a system that they have given us. Number one, you select important and urgent, priority number one. Priority number two, important but not urgent. Priority number three, urgent but not important. Priority number four, neither urgent nor important. Maybe we don't have to do that at all, neither urgent nor important. So this is a very simple guide which you can always follow. There is something called 4 Ds of paper management. Have anybody heard of that? 4 Ds of paper management. So you get a lot of mail, right? You get a lot of mail. You go through the mail. Based on the mail, if it is not that important, what do you do? You destroy it or you delete it. Destroying is the old model. Deleting is the new model, right? So you destroy it. Suppose you think you can do it later, maybe after 6 days, 7 days, after 10 days.
Delay.
What do you do?
Delay.
You delay it. And you get another mail which you think that you don't have to do it. Maybe your subordinate can do it. What do you do then?
Delegate.
Delegate it.
Do it.
Finally, this is something very important, which is better you directly attend and do it. So this is 4 Ds of paper management or mail management or management of your work. So now, having some idea of how to do it, now let us analyze how do we waste time. Will you contribute, please? It is better we identify how we waste so that we can set it right. WhatsApp, Facebook, something else you said, WhatsApp and email. Email is not a waste of time, right? Facebook. Okay. Facebook, again, Facebook, see, I think it's both, Facebook is both a lot of information, a lot of news, a lot of useful information, a lot of motivation. See,
I'm on
even,
Facebook Live.
The great leader like Raman Sharma has a Facebook page. You go through his quotes, you are motivated, you are enthused. Then how do you say it's time waster?
How we take it?
You cannot restrict.
Okay, it has both sides. You cannot restrict. You have to go through everything. You have to go every clutter before you find out what is important for you. Okay, Facebook, WhatsApp, then what is your time waster?
On social media.
Social media, traffic, right?
Dreaming also.
Dreaming, which Abdul Kalam wanted us to do. And that's a different thing. How do you waste time? What are your time wasters?
Watching TV.
Watching TV,
Mobile.
looking at the mobile,
Doing nothing.
sweet nothings.
A lot of people are also.
Let me narrate you some of the time wasters that are there. Lack of planning. If you don't plan and if you don't schedule, it's going to be a waste of time. That's the biggest time waster. If you don't plan, there is something called success formula, which says 5-4-3 formula for success. 5 is a 5-letter word, 4 is a 4-letter word, and 3 is a 3-letter. Can you guess and find out? Formula for success. You please guess the 5-letter word. Success is equal to 5, 4, 3. Let me help you with the first one, so that you at least think about the 4 and 3. The 5-letter is think. If you want to be successful, the first step is think. Plan, rightly said. And the third step is act. Think, plan, act, you are going to be successful. So similarly, time wasted is a lack of planning. If you don't plan, you are going to be wasting your time. Then number 2 time waster is not setting deadlines. My dear friends, you are all chairman of a company, and I am sure you know the management techniques and how to do things. So maybe you are already following this. You must be setting deadlines when you direct your subordinates. When you give your subordinate something to do, you have to ask him to complete it within 24 hours, or within a week, or within 10 days. If you don't give deadlines, you are inviting problems. You have to set deadlines for yourself also. When you start doing anything, you don't have all the time in the world to complete the job. Maybe you have 2 hours or 3 hours. Within that deadline, you are supposed to complete. So if you don't have a deadline, you are wasting time. And then number 3 is doing what we like. See, by doing what we like, we are wasting our time. I did that when I did my BCom honors in Bombay University. I was in my junior BCom. I liked the statistics so much. I spent all my time studying statistics. I was the first in statistics in the class, not only in the class, in the university also. But I could not succeed in my additional English. I failed. My dear friend, this is wrong. You cannot do what you like all the time. You have to do what is important for the organization. Of course, you can do what you like after you complete the important work. Then, responding to the urgent. See, most of the time, we look at the urgent work and attend to it. Suppose we get a call, we want to attend to it immediately, right? A phone call. It's not necessary. If you have something more important to do, don't attend your call. Maybe after 1 hour or after 2 hours, you can go through the missed calls and find out what is to be responded to. But you have a risk. Maybe your wife called you in between. That you have to face. Then another time waster is not following up. You give your subordinate something to do, don't ask him, forget it. You will not get it done. So following up is something very important. If you are lazy, it's a time waster. If you don't have interest, it's a time waster. Another very, very important time waster, which I have a problem even today, and saying that is, you cannot say no. Most of us. When some of our friends or relatives ask us to do something, we have to say no most of the time, but we don't do it. We say yes and take a lot of commitments and we cannot execute, right? You agree with me? So, you are wasting time if you cannot say no. You must be able to say no. Try and practice saying no. Sometimes you may lose friends, but you got to make sure, because most of the time if you say yes, you are wasting your time. Right. Another important time waster is cluttered desk. If your desk is clean, you'll be able to do things faster. If you don't know where your pen is, you don't know where your keys are, maybe you are wasting time. Then leaving tasks unfinished. Before you get up and go home, it is better you complete the job. Don't let it half done in. It's better you complete the job and go. Then time waster is procrastination. Most of the time, we always postpone things. If you postpone things, you are wasting time. Now, knowing that there are so many time wasters, there are some time management tips which I want to share with you. Can you give me some tips from your experience? Time management tips.
Don't see the time.
Don't see the time. I think this is a very...
Make a to-do
we
list.
need more explanation.
Make a to-do list.
Make a to-do list. Very good.
Concentrating always on important and also urgent.
Concentrating on important things to do more than urgent.
Schedule unimportant phone calls for driving time.
Schedule unimportant During the driving time, very good. Then, time management tips that you may be following already. I think some of your voice I haven't heard at all. Please speak up.
And also, whatever is the most important task for the day, schedule it first thing in the morning
Wonderful. And complete it.
and complete it.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, I have some other tips that I would like to share with you. Number one is have a do not disturb time. You schedule your time in such a way that, let us say, from 9 to 11 in the morning, you will not have any visitor, you will not have your subordinates, you will not attend your phone calls. This is possible. Have a do not disturb time. During then, you do your most important work. Right? I think that is possible. Maybe you are doing it. If you are not doing it, you can definitely do it. Number two, learn to say no. We already discussed about this in time wasters. Three, throw out things every day. See, don't keep everything on your table, on your shelf, in your files. Try to destroy all those things which are not necessary at all. Or at least forward to your subordinates who will sort it out and keep whatever is necessary. Then number four, stop always doing what you enjoy most. There are certain things which you like, you always do that. Don't do it. Have a light lunch. I think you all will agree. If you have a light lunch, your time will be managed. Use prime time effectively. Here, first you have to identify what is your prime time. What do I mean by prime time? Prime time is something that is peak energy hours. Do you know what is your peak energy hours? You must be able to identify when you are when you are doing the best possible work, or when you are giving the maximum output. Have you identified your time? Do you know about our former Prime Minister, Mrs. Gandhi? When does she make decisions? Midnight. Banks nationalization, abolition of privy purses, declaration of emergency, everything was done at 12 midnight. That is her prime time. That is a different subject altogether. But that is her prime time. She is able to make decisions then, maybe to protect her, whatever it is. Similarly, you identify your prime time and do your most important job so that you get the best results. Then carry blank cards. See, now we have the mobile. At any point of time, you think of something which is important for you, right? At home, you think something very important work that has to be done in the office. You can immediately make a note of that. I have a habit of sending a message to myself. I have two mobile phones. From one mobile, I send a message to another mobile. Going to office, I must take it up and see what is it. My list is in my mobile, the to-do list. But carrying blank cards is the thing of the past. Today, you have the phone always. So whatever you think of, you make a note so that you can open it and see and execute. And use a time log. Anybody having an idea of a time log?
Recording how the time has been spent.
Okay. Anybody else? See, time log is something, it keeps a track on what you do right from the time you get up in the morning till you go to bed. Just take a white paper. Once you get up, you start writing. Let us say you get up at 6 o'clock. Till 6:30, whatever you do, you are supposed to write 6 to 6:30. Then 6:30 to 7, brushing teeth and taking bath, things like that. Then 7 to 7:30, 7:30 to 8. Every half an hour. After every half an hour, you write what you did the previous half an hour. It goes on till the end of the day. And you go to bed, you write down. When you go through the list, you'll be surprised to see that you have been wasting such a lot of time. Or maybe you are able to see that you are using your time very effectively. This time logs are, my dear friend, it's very useful. Try, have a time log and find out for yourself. And there is another technique which I don't know whether you'll agree with me. Set your watch 5 minutes fast. Always. I have a friend who keeps it 15 minutes fast. I was keeping it 5 minutes fast. But every time I look at the watch, I can't count that 5 minutes. But keeping that 5 minutes fast definitely helps. Right? When you look at it, you think, oh, only 10 minutes to go. You make it fast and you are ready and you are till 5 minutes still left. So keeping your watch 5 minutes fast definitely helps. And another time management tips is decisions, yes, research no. For every small activity, you don't do a research, right? You don't waste time. For small decisions, make them faster. For example, what color pant you are going to wear today? Are you going to do a research? What is going to be the color of the shirt that you are going to do? You should take much time for that. Fast decisions. If you are going to take so much time, I think fortunately only women are supposed to take so much time for that. And finally, a very important time management tips that I am sharing with you is, which you must be following. Write down lifetime goals. I think that will guide you what to do today, what to do tomorrow, and what to do day after. For example, every day before you go into bed, you just think whether you have done justice to your ultimate goal. Think about it. Suppose the response is, no, you have not done. At least take care. Tomorrow, you do something that will take you to the lifetime goal. These are some of the tips that I want to share with you. Is there anybody else who want to add some more points to this? Time management tips. One of the consultants gave an idea for time management, and that is called 6R concept. You have heard of the 6R concept? 6R concept. That is very simple. It is a to-do list. You select the most important 6 things that you have to do today, or in the days to come. 6 most important things. You mark them, prioritize them 1, 2, 3, like that, and start doing the first one. Even if the day is over, forget it. You have done the most important thing, right? So tomorrow, again, make another 6. Make a list of the tasks, choose the most important 6. This is called the 6R concept. This was given by a consultant to an industrialist, which was followed by the industrialist to advantage. So, time, my dear friends, again let me recollect what Henry Ford said. You remember that? He says, the busy man has time for everything. Keep yourself busy and you will have time for everything. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much for that.